hi, let's come down. In half an hour I go to the airport. I'm going to visit my family. Something amazing is happening. It freaks me out, but okay. I want you to hear something that really helped me living in these days. So sometimes we decide to leave a place. Sometimes we decide to return to a place. And I'm saying that as an older person. If you are very young and you are still live with your parents, leaving and going to travel, short or long, and discovering the world is recommended. It absolutely opens your consciousness. But sometimes we leave because we have to, or because life pushes us there, and sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it takes years until things come together and healing can occur, and then you can go back to your roots, which is something apparently happens very often with humans. So I'm going to visit my family. It's not easy time. It's time of war. It's a lot of stress. I wanted to do healing. I wanted to bring what I can do, which I will, but I also now learn to surrender the wishes and the fears and the worry and everything, and to just follow the energy. So this is my maturity. But what I wanted to tell you, I just said that to a friend, and I said it to my partner, and I found that it really helped, because it's very intense time. And Christopher Witecki, who's the head of this amazing system called Serious Joy, he said something about this week, which feels to me like so many of us are meeting that. He said, this week, this is the week where life will give you some things of the old to confront you. And now, after a long journey of coming into moving from the old chapter to the new chapter, of course, we're talking astrology, so we're looking at the big cycles of life, of ourselves, of the collective. But he said it very well, of course. He said, this is the week where you get a chance to react differently, which means if in the past you reacted to this kind of relationship, or this kind of insult, or this kind of wound, or this kind of whatever in a particular way, and of course you can see now that it didn't work well, or it still kept you in old karmatic things, this is the time to react differently. What is to react differently? It's very interesting, because for my partner, it's different than mine and to my friend. Basically, your reaction differently would be with a little bit more compassion to yourself, which is something that nobody taught us how to do that. Probably we have parents who have no clue what is that compassion to self, so complicated. And this is the second thing I wanted to share. Before I even go to this trip to visit my family, talking to people, the last 2 months I felt that I had a trauma from thinking that I'm going to go. Suddenly a lot of pain came up. And this is something that we all meet if you are conscious. If you are not conscious, then you just react and you don't know what happened. But sometimes we go like, oh, I have suddenly lots of memories from my childhood or a particular situation, and pain come up, and then we don't want to feel it and we want to run away. But of course, one of the most amazing things about knowing how to emotionally manage our lives, and I work a lot with emotional healing, and that's a little bit my work. I want to tell you the essence of it. The essence of it sounds simple, and if you can do this, you will change your whole perspective and give yourself amazing space to move to a new chapter. And the difference is this. A lot of times when we have emotional pain, like we know we're going to see this person, or we have memories from the past, there is this pain that comes. And the way we're trained in Western culture is to go, oh, this is and your head is going to tell you a story. He did this to me, and this, and my mother is narcissist, and my father is this, and you can go and play for days and years with the stories of the chatty thing. The only thing that will change your reality, the only thing that will move you forward would be that instead of chatting about it or discussing or analyzing or all these things, is to go into the heart space, which is so freaking scary, I know, and to be with it. Sounds simple. To be with this pain, to go like, oh, I have this pain. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's a pain that I have. Most of us, we want to run the other way. We want to tell this part to bugger off and leave the space. But that's not what will change your life for the better. What will change your life for the better is to say, I have pain right now. Excuse me, I take a moment for myself in any place you can find, and you come closer to it, and then you just feel it. You feel it. Sometimes the best way to heal rejection, like something happens and it awakens the part of you that was brutally rejected by someone and it's a big wound, is to, instead of run away from this feeling rejected, is to go to, so come on, rejection, let me be your friend. And that's more the feminine way of doing things, and that immediately transform the way that it is. Now, the second thing that I want to tell you, or is it the first? We don't know. Very important. Not only that you first understand that you go into your feeling it, but also understanding the difference between feeling pity for myself, which I know I did for years, and I'm sure you recognize that, and between have self-compassion for yourself, which means, again, instead of saying, oh, this has happened to me and it's so painful, and why didn't I, and why did she, and why, and this, you say, I have this pain, I feel it, it sucks, but it's okay, come on. And to mother yourself, some of the wonderful healing techniques of Hafening or emotional freedom technique really helps to come into this point of acceptance. So let's take a second to breathe and to come into this moment. Why am I I'm so enthusiastic to tell you about emotional pain? It's because I'm enthusiastic that I see that I'm going towards it. I'm not going like, oh, don't give it to me. I go like, okay, I'm going. It's gonna hurt, but I can handle it. Why? Because I will not hurt myself by judging myself. Like one time I asked myself, what is the thing you're most afraid of from this failure or this rejection? And my answer was what I will say to myself. That I will say, see what you did? See? That hurts. But if you know that you have your back, that's different. We're like, okay, I'm going to meet things that I didn't see for 35 years. It will bring stuff that I pushed down. But I will be there for me, and I will be kind to myself. Don't feel pity. I go like, that was my journey, that was my story, this was my parents, this is what we all have to say in a certain point to come to acceptance. When you come to acceptance and you combine it with kindness to your emotional part, not the part that goes, oh, yes, I know, yeah, I came into this world and it doesn't matter if you do it spiritual or psychological, don't chat. Go to your heart and go like, I feel it. And it's okay. Okay, so this is what I want you to remember. This week, this time is your chance to react differently to something that you already experienced before. So you want to break this pattern. If you always get angry when somebody say that, this time you're going to do it differently. If you always feel defeated when this and this happens, this time you're going to do it differently. Be conscious about that. You have so much power with your consciousness. The second thing, is go into the heart space, the emotional space, even if you are not really comfortable there. It's good. Allow yourself to feel it, bring it on, and let it pass through. It really takes just few seconds, minutes to be truly through something. And you can run a lifetime of trying not to feel rejected. And you can become addicted to everything just not to feel this feeling. Or you can say, bring it on, and you go like, I feel rejected and I'm hurting and I can take care of myself. It's so profound. I think they should teach this in school. The third thing I wanted to teach you was about sub-personality and how to do that. But we'll do that in the next video because I have to catch the airplane to visit my family. Okay, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're going to take care of yourself and change this week and choose to react in a new way, because you can do it, baby, because there's great growth, great expansion, great light, great divine creativity and awesomeness that wants to come into your life. But if you're full, it cannot come in. So let it free, let it be. Away. All right, so I'm ready, and I see you probably abroad. Bye.
Let your words be free. Let your voice be heard.
Now I want to share with you a third thing that is very important when you are closing a big circle and try to react in a different way to something that you have a pattern from the past. And that thing is, I forgot. What was the third thing? Let me see. I really forgot.